Airports are already stressful enough, but what if I told you the TSA has a few tricks up their sleeve that they'd rather you didn't know about? From hidden shortcuts to little-known loopholes, understanding how the system really works can save you time, money, and maybe even your sanity. In this video, we're diving into 10 TSA secrets that frequent flyers and insiders use to glide through security like pros. These aren't conspiracy theories, they're practical hacks that can make your next trip smoother than ever. So buckle up, grab your carry-on, and let's pull back the curtain on what really goes down at airport security. Most travelers assume TSA pre-check is for business elites or people who fly every week. But here's the truth. If you travel even twice a year, it's worth it. Pre-check lines move faster, shoes stay on, and laptops stay in bags. It costs around $78 for 5 years. That's less than $16 a year for peace of mind. Even better, many credit cards will reimburse that fee. So don't wait until you're stuck in a mile-long line. Apply online, schedule a quick appointment, and enjoy 5 years of breezing through airports like a VIP. We all know the 311 rule. 3.4 Oz bottles in a 1-quart bag. But here's what TSA doesn't advertise. Medications, baby formula, and breast milk are exempt from that rule. You just have to declare them. You can also bring frozen items if they're solid at screening. Even peanut butter or mascara might get flagged depending on their consistency, but if it's medically necessary, it's allowed. Always ask for a supervisor if there's confusion. Knowing these exceptions puts you in control when things get tense. Ever had a TSA agent tell you something isn't allowed without explaining why? You have the right to ask for a copy of the TSA guidelines or request a supervisor. TSA officers must follow protocol, and that means explaining why they're taking something. If they can't, they're required to escalate the issue. Politely but firmly asking questions protects you from arbitrary decisions. Remember, they're enforcing policies, not making them. Knowing your rights is your strongest tool. You've probably been pulled aside for a random hand or bag swab. No, it's not personal. TSA uses trace detection technology to check for explosive residue. But here's the trick. Hand sanitizer, lotion, or even gardening before a flight can trigger a false positive. That means delays. To avoid it, wash your hands thoroughly and don't use lotions or creams before your trip. And if you do get flagged, stay calm. It's not an accusation, just a precaution. Sometimes TSA agents make mistakes or push boundaries they shouldn't. If you ever feel something is unfair, invasive, or just plain wrong, you have the right to request a supervisor. Most people don't realize this and just go along with the process, even when uncomfortable. A calm but firm, "I'd like to speak with a supervisor, please," can completely change the outcome. Supervisors are trained to de-escalate and often override unnecessary screenings. You're not being difficult, you're protecting your rights. While most assume TSA agents are looking for drugs or contraband, their main goal is to stop potential threats, especially weapons or explosives. That's why you might get flagged for something like a dense electronics bag, but not for a bottle of pills. TSA doesn't care if you're carrying an embarrassing item unless it's dangerous. So stop stressing about that adult toy in your bag. It's the metal water bottle next to your camera that might slow you down. Want to sail through TSA without the headache? Book a flight before 8 a.m. Morning hours are less congested and TSA agents are usually more alert and efficient. Crowds grow as the day goes on, and with it, the stress levels. Bonus, you're also less likely to hit delays, and flights are smoother in the morning air. A little early wake-up can lead to a much smoother journey. Just don't forget your coffee. Pre-check lets you keep your laptop in your bag, but even in standard lines, new CT scanners are changing the game. These 3D scanners let agents see inside bags more clearly, meaning fewer removals. Some airports already let you keep laptops and liquids inside if you use those lanes. Ask before you unpack everything. Sometimes you're wasting effort for no reason. Tech upgrades mean the rules are shifting, so stay informed. You might think TSA lines are first come, first served, but that's not always true. Agents often direct travelers to different lines based on appearance, family size, or perceived experience. Business travelers might get the fast lane, while a family with kids gets the slower one. Want to improve your odds? Dress neatly, act confident, and travel light. Appear like you know what you're doing and you just might skip the chaos. Long before you reach the conveyor belt, TSA may have already flagged you without you even knowing. Behavior detection officers are trained to observe micro-expressions, eye movements, and nervous gestures from afar. They patrol terminals and watch how people act in the waiting areas and ticket counters. If they spot suspicious behavior, they may quietly tip off agents at the checkpoint. The key here? Stay calm, be purposeful, and don't act jumpy even if you're late or stressed. Acting paranoid might get you extra screening, while calm confidence keeps you off the radar. Now you know what seasoned travelers and insiders have been using to fly smarter, faster, and with way less stress. The TSA line doesn't have to feel like an interrogation room. With these 10 tricks, you can glide through like a pro. So the next time you're packing your bags, remember, confidence, preparation, and a little strategy go a long way. If you found these tips helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to Jet Whisper, and share your own airport hacks in the comments below. Safe travels!